Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday live stream in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today, we're gonna explore the new KRONE Agricultural Pack DLC. But first, let's see who's here early and on time. Tasmified, vomiting all over the chat before it was live. Postech TV is here. By the way, Taz, good to see you. And you too, Paz and Elliot. Elliot Halsey. Treasure O is here. Welcome. Treasure, did you see the pictures I posted? I tagged you. Pictures of the camels in Jordan. EKN, welcome. John Whitesall is here. Welcome. Nicholas is here. I hope you're feeling better. The Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. Most of you. Wim55 is here, but not feeling well. I know the feeling, although I'm not sick. But yeah, catch you later when you're able. Let's see. Elliot, why wouldn't the stream come through in the UK? You guys having internet issues there? Thomas Berger is here from Germany. Susan Arthur is here from Australia. Bugwatch is here from the UK. No, we're not accepting your notice. Let's see. Night Lowrider is here. Welcome. Adam 67 is here for now, he says. I understand. Nicholas says, good looking truck, or, well, it's okay. It's a Renault. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see. Oh, Treasure, I did not see your emojis last time I had a chance to look. Oh, good. They weren't moving. Unlike the cows in Georgia, these camels weren't moving. Rick Rashid is here. Japsai is here. Oh, no, Elliot, not currently planning. Actually, one of the two loads that I looked at before the stream did go to the UK, but I couldn't quick travel to the pickup point, so I picked a different load, which we'll get to in just a moment. First, let's do some shout outs for flatbedders. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, not in the chat or the Discord with me. Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. Bill Welburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for August 2025. Captain Minnesota, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Chasmified, Johnny Hansen, Lobo 1G, our top Euro truck driver for July 2025. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Phantom 6767, our top Euro truck driver for October 2024. Wim55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Carlin Torosev Ice Bear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. David Long, aka Shorty, our top ATS and Euro truck driver for September 2025. And Wiz Nation, our top ATS driver for July 2025. Okay, let's get into what's up, where are we, etc. So, as you can see, I am in fact driving a Renault today. That is the Trucky Achievement Truck of the Week. So, that's why I'm driving that. I don't even have my own personal skin for this. This is one of our company generic skins, so it's just a 999, but it's what I got. And so we are in Osnabrück, and I have a load of one of the KRONE agricultural pack loads, and let me just show you how to find those, whether you're in external contracts or freight market. Or if you have the right trailer, you can do it in external market or cargo market. You can type KRONE, which, however, will bring up in Eurotruck, will bring up anything coming from KRONE, because that's a thing here. And it's nearby over here, I think, in World D. But what you were looking for here is, in this case, what is there, like 6 loads, 6 cargoes? Rotary rakes. Forage harvester. The rotary rakes, or as we like to call them, windrowers. The wagon, it's a forage wagon, forage harvester. Okay, so we are picking up that right there, forage wagon. So let's just hook up to it and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Now, this is yet another example of, intended or not, a crossover between SCS and Giants. The reality is, these cargoes exist in real life. This is a real company. We get on the other side over here. So this is one of the loads. It is it a forage wagon? See the pickup roller on the bottom. Oh, I assumed it was. Maybe it's just a tipper. I guess so. Huh. Okay. Well, is what it is. A nice cover on top. So I've been looking forward to these for a while now, and I have run this past week. I am pretty sure I've run every one of these new cargoes in both Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. Japsai is here. Let's see. You clicked. Oh, okay. Remember the steering axles on the trailer? Yeah. Yeah, I've been dealing with that. Don't you need to have your orange hazard roof lights on? Yeah, before I get out on the road, I suppose. Let me see. It is kind of, I'm going to assume it's oversized since it's got these warning placards. I don't know what you call them. We would have triangles if it was an oversized load. No, that would be slow. But yeah, I will. Let me turn that on now. Well, before I forget. There we go. And we're taking this to Munich. Yeah, to the GNT in Munich. I need to stop and get fuel along the way, so I just need to look for a place that's convenient. Probably someplace I had not been to before. Well, I haven't been here before, so I'll go there. Otherwise, I would go here. Let me see how much fuel I've got. 286 liters. Yeah, I'll plan on going there. Is it a high load? I guess it is a high load. I don't know if it's higher than standard, but it's a little bit wide, and they've got, for this trailer, they've got these things and that. So we're going to assume that it is, well, yeah, it does hang over. I didn't notice these outboard things. Yeah, it extends beyond the sides of the existing trailer and truck. So that would be considered oversize. Not an Escort. You don't need an Escort for something like this. These are pretty standard oversized loads. I got almost 5 meters tall. Most normal cab trucks are 4 meters tall. Okay. Let's do some more shout outs. JJ Man 1982, Omega Trucking, our top ATS driver for January 2024. Nick, David H74. RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Broken, Douglas Williams. JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. JC and I were going to do a one-on-one convoy today. He came in third place last month, and the first and second place drivers, neither of them were eligible for another convoy. So JC offered it to him, and we were going to do it today, but he messaged me last night, said that he got called into work today, or for an extra shift. So I'm going to do this. Thomas Berger, Doom 3, Matthew Roth, Lee Jenkins, Lee 01 Mister, and Jennifer Roth. We'll get some more in a little bit. Ken is here. Redbeard, did you get my message in the Farm Sim chat area? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I find the blinker sounds and other running the hazards for the entire, what? All right, here's the first challenge, making this turn. Look at that, flying around the corner. What about your sounds? Pancake Man, Ducky, our top Euro truck driver for June 2023, and one of our most prolific 5-star drivers in the VTC. Wet Willie Gaming, Ken Beard, Bogdan BD, time to go. So we've got a distance of 710 kilometers. By the way, let me just show you real quick. I do have ProMods installed. I didn't promote it on the thumbnail because it was getting too cluttered. So I actually have ProMods Europe and ProMods Middle East and ProMods The Great Step. So I've got it all going on today. I don't anticipate getting out to any of those places unless that's where we need to find a load. Treasure says, was wondering if the blinker sounds can be disabled when we run the hazards. The sounds get annoying when on for an entire run. We should never have them on for a run, ever. You only have them on in a hazardous situation, like if you're pulled over on the shoulder, or if you're at a depot, shipper or receiver. I don't know how it is in the UK, but in the United States, a lot of, especially the bigger companies, they have a policy where trucks must have their flashers going while moving on their property. So I just do the same thing when I'm in Europe, but once you leave the depot, they need to be off. Unless you're stopped, broken down or something. That's what hazards are for. That Renault is identical to a Scania, basically the same truck. I didn't know that. You don't use the hazard light for special transport. Right, ever. You don't use the hazards for anything except in a hazard situation. You only use the beacons. Lewis Gamer is here. Welcome to the stream. Let's get back to it. Now, the only time, Treasure, to follow up on that, the only time I use my truckers will use their hazards while moving on a highway is when going up a hill and they're moving really slow, like less than 40 or 45 miles an hour. When they're on a roadway where the speed limit is like 65 or something. So when I was driving and I was in the mountains going up a hill with a heavy load and I was lucky to do 30 miles an hour going up that hill, I would have my flashers on. And so would every other truck. Just about. That's just to let other drivers know, four-wheelers, that you're moving slow. Well, Nicholas, it doesn't feel like a Scania. Just saying. Yeah, Taz is right. If you're maneuvering on a surface street, city street, doing something abnormal, yeah, you turn your flashers on. Oh. Well, I don't know, Nicholas. I don't know who owns what anymore. Hey, Pilot. Welcome to the stream. You working at home today? Ever consider using Snowy Moon and or Reshader for more realistic graphics as a streamer? I've never even heard of that. Besides, what's wrong with my graphics? Garland is here. Ah. Hey, Carlin, I saw you in a voice chat in the Discord the other day. Long after everybody else left, I was wondering if maybe you fell asleep. Thank you. I like my graphics. Now I'm intrigued. If I sound like I'm yelling, it's because my cab is really loud, even though I've got things turned down. Well, Treasure, I'll look for your DM. I guess if you're willing to explore ProMods Europe, I'm willing to at least entertain the idea of changing something, much as I hate change. Speaking of ProMods, looks like you've been spending a lot of time exploring ProMods Europe. That's good. The Sunday convoy in the Discord will be in Euro Truck, and I believe I have to defer to Pugwash, but I believe we are going to actually do with ProMods. ProMods Europe. Well, it's good, Treasure. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I thought you might. I know I have. I was reluctant to at first because I hate change. But once I got into it, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have this. Speaking of change, YouTube made another change to my live streaming dashboard. And I noticed it yesterday when I was posting for today's live stream. Every time they make a change, it makes my heart rate go up. Because I don't, you know, I'm old. I like things the way they are. So when YouTube changes something, it makes me uncomfortable. I seriously thought I wasn't going to be able to stream this weekend. But of course, once I figured it out, it was all fine. Well, that's good, John. Lobo is here. Welcome. Yeah, Tiki, and that's how a lot of us feel about ProMods, I think. I know Susan, she won't even drive in Euro Truck without ProMods, and I feel that way sometimes. Oh, the YouTube issue was just something that they changed in the interface, and it just threw me because it looks different. Disconcerting. I don't see the point. Oh, there's Pugwash. Yes, we're doing ProMods. Maybe Paris, that tower thing they have there, they stole from Blackpool. Yeah, I posted a picture of the Eiffel Tower in Discord after sound fixes. Last weekend, sound fixes mentioned that you could see the Eiffel Tower from a hidden road with ProMods in. And then Pugwash reminded me of it. And so I went there. And sure enough, so in the Sunday convoy, I think we're gonna go to Paris. Yeah, I do use a lot of KRONE equipment in my farming. So let's I've not used this particular wagon. I thought it was a forage wagon. It's not. I've used the KRONE forage wagon, but never this particular trailer. I believe this trailer exists in Farm Simulator, or at least some variation of it. Maybe not this model. But yeah, Pugwash and I were talking about all this stuff the other day. It's amazing. We're talking about the scale. I mean, when we're in Farming Simulator, this equipment does not look this big. But when sometimes we use a truck, like a Mack truck or some other type of truck like that in Farming Simulator to pull a trailer of some type. And it's amazing how relatively small that truck is in relation to the other equipment. And I remember always being amazed by that. And I've watched some of the other content creators for Farming Simulator, when they go to one of the farm shows, and they go up to some of this equipment, and they're just dwarfed by even the tractors. Pugwash was talking about that. I don't remember the exact context. Basically, the tires, the rear tire on a lot of these tractors are taller than us. It's crazy. Yeah, I do like Fendt tractors, though. As Nicholas says. Give me a second to get caught up on chat as soon as I get up to speed here. Oh, we've got an exit coming up. I should do a video where I haul one of the pieces of equipment in here that synchronizes up with the same piece of equipment in Farming Simulator. That's what I should do. Yeah, I like that idea. Well, Taz, that's not ProMods related. That's just the fact that you're not doing World of Trucks loads. When you're doing freight market and cargo market, is that it? Cargo market? The sleep cycles are unrealistic. You shouldn't have to take your sleep break immediately after you stop driving for the day and then sleep for like 9 or 10 hours, which does throw you off. It's not realistic. And it is something I wish that SCS would change. Because it causes, if you don't follow that, more often than not, you'll be late. And I really don't like that. But it's dangerous to take World of Trucks loads with ProMods because you don't know if the depot has been modified on one end or the other. And you can't take some of the ferries. Right, Pugwash? If ProMods adds a ferry, you can't take a World of Trucks load over it. Tripsy77, welcome to the stream. I'm guessing you're on Truckers MP? No, I've never been on Truckers MP. I just hear nothing but bad things about it. Maybe someday. Yes, if you want a Discord or if you want a convoy with the crew, join the Discord. Am I going to make it? Speaking of, it's a little dicey. I got 4.5 hours of driving. I've got less than that before I have to take my next rest break. Oh, here's a perfect example. I got to find a place to rest in about 2.5 hours of driving. That's 3. Well, there's somewhere I haven't been before, so I'll go there. Wow, Nicholas, that's a neat idea. I never did do a farm on that map. I did fire it up just to look around. Always wanted to. Well, Taz, I think they should just make it more realistic. In other words, allow enough time on the load to account for a 24-hour day. But when you get done driving at the end of the day, you're not just going to sleep. You're gonna go for a walk, go have some dinner, watch some TV in the driver's lounge, work on videos until it's time to go to sleep. So they should allow for that. And maybe even build in feature like I use in the console. Build that into the game to advance the time to bedtime, let's call it. Then you can sleep, get up in the morning and hit the road. Oh, Taz, I think you're right. That probably would be a good video, but I just, the whole concept of TMP just, it's like YouTube making a change to the streamer interface. Ah. Hey, Stubbs. Yeah, Tiki, and I imagine that they're at, there's VTCs that advertise themselves on the in-game radio channel, and the fact that they're on TMP. Yeah, Nicholas, I'm surprised that they haven't done that. Required you take it in the game. Require you to take that 30-minute, or in your case, 45-minute break. I think it would add an interesting bit, but from a game mechanic standpoint, maybe it's just not feasible. I don't know. The trip timer? You talking about the duty clock? Tells you how much, not time remaining, but the next rest stop. I just don't like the way they do it. Well, as I've already been discussing in response to Taz's comment. But the duty clock is a real thing. So they simulate it, except for the midday break. They simulate it fairly well. But it's the whole, after you stop for the day, you have to sleep your 9 or 10 hours instead of waiting a few hours before sleeping. But if you do that, you'll be late. That's not okay. It's not okay from a realism standpoint. Lowrider, it's okay. I mean, you know, it's not a Scania. It's really noisy. Generally speaking, I'm not a fan of it, but it's okay. Also, I don't have as many customization options, it feels like. Oh, I didn't talk about the other things for the agricultural pack. We get that neato dangler on the up here. I should probably not do that while I'm going around a curve. That's an image of a forage harvester with its header on. Plus, I've got 3 of the other things here on the dash. There we go. I got a coffee mug, sunglasses, and this little plushy thing. That's a forage harvester there with the header. All right, here's our exit for our break. I don't need fuel, so I'm just going to go straight to parking. A little bit tight right here. Probably rub the tail end of that. All right, let me catch up on chat. Let's see. One thing that is stupid in the game is that you get tickets for not sleeping, even if you're parked at a rest stop. That's crazy. You're forced to actually activate the sleeping point to avoid the tickets. Yeah, at least in the game console, I can advance the time to like 9 or 10 p.m. and then sleep when I'm on a World of Trucks load. When I'm on a freight market or cargo market load like I am now, can't do that or I will be late. In fact, let's look at the clock. I've got 11 hours and 48 minutes to get there. If I advance to 9 p.m., that'd be 4 hours removed from that, and then I'd sleep 9 hours. Before I even left this place, I'd be late. Okay, I just went into red bed. I need to stop my clock while I do all this other stuff. Yakking. Let's see. Pilot says, I like mine, but you know me, I made some changes to it. Only driving for the Trucky week, though. Yeah, I'm just driving this truck this week for the Trucky achievements. I think I've done 5 or 6 of the 20. I'm not going to make it, but whatever. And in American Truck, it's the older T680, which is the truck I drove in real life. And I've done 4 or 5 loads in that one. Why doesn't YouTube have a reply option yet? Well, I kind of do. You can click on I thought there was. You can at somebody anyway. Let's see. Lowrider says he likes the dash. Adam Buser is here. Welcome. That's a good point, Pilot. Why don't they do that? Let's see. So I'm going to go back in the cab. I wanted to show you something while it's still daylight. So I showed you the 3 items up here on the dash that come with this agricultural pack DLC. The other thing is this hat. So that comes with that automated tractor. That's actually part of the farm equipment pack DLC. But I like it. So yeah. Go. Now it's going to be dark. 2 a.m. Yeah, see, this sucks. And it's not realistic. I would not get up at 2 a.m. and to get back on the road if I didn't have to. Now we got 2 hours and 45 minutes to get there. And we have a little over an hour's drive, so it should be fine. Oh, and I forgot to do some shout outs while at the rest area. Shots fired in the chat. Right, Nicholas. I know that that's what happens, but to me, that's not realistic. Now, if I'm trying to make up time, I would do that in real life. I was driving cross country. I need to make up a little bit of time. Then yeah, I could get to my rest stop, a rest area or a truck stop at 5 p.m. Have a little bit of a bite to eat, and then I would start my 10-hour clock, have a little bite to eat, and then go to sleep. Instead of putzing around doing other things. You could roll back and pick up like 2 hours a day doing that. Roughly. So if you're on a tight schedule from, say, New Jersey to Southern California, you can make up a little bit of time that way. But it's nothing but eat, sleep, drive. Eat, sleep, drive. I've done it. I don't like it. There's a 2-hour warning. There's the end of the motorway. Something else I've done when I'm short on time is I will drive all the way. I mean, legally, I'll drive all the way to the delivery location, and I'll get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I'll do the delivery off the clock. Which you got to be very careful about, because once you start the engine, your ELD fires up. It takes a couple of minutes to boot up, but it'll start tracking once the wheels are moving for a certain amount of time, depending on the company. It'll switch you over to driving, and if you're out of time, that's a violation. You got to be very careful about how you do that. I've done it without getting a violation. I've done it, but it's a bit nerve-wracking. Yeah, I've done that where I've driven all night to get to a place to make delivery in the morning, but I'm out of time. Or I'll get there late at night and I've still got 4 or 5 hours left on my rest clock. It still made delivery. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Ryan, Rick Rashid. The treasure in the US, this is when I would turn on my flashers. Because there'd be a sign at the gate or someplace that says that they require all trucks, all vehicles to have their flashers on when they're moving. And yes, that click, clack, click, clack, click, clack is annoying as heck. Even in real life, it's annoying. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Let's see. It might or might not have been. Wait, what? In Europe, I think that. Oh, um, see, it's kind of realistic if you drive as much as you're allowed. And okay, I already read that. When I drive to northern Norway, that always happens. I tend to start driving at 8 a.m. one day, 6 a.m. the next day, and 4 a.m. the next, and so on. Yeah, I've done it. I don't like it. Um, might or might not have done that too. I'm not confirming it, but I might have. No snitches here. Pa- paper tacos discs, so no one needs to know. Um, yeah, in the U.S. with the ELDs, they're not paper discs. It's actually a computer, and it uploads your logs every day to the central computer. Are the electric trucks in the game still? I don't think I've seen them lately. I haven't looked, but yeah, they'd only be on quick jobs. Oblivion. Adam is asking, what do truckers do during the holiday season? Do they decorate their trucks? That's a personal thing. I never did. Some people do. I've seen a lot of interesting decorations, especially for Halloween. Um, some do. Yep. Let's see. All right. Well, where am I? I'm in Munich. Yeah, Munich. Well, let's look on the quick jobs. What kind of truck is that? Is that a Renault? Uh, I don't see Scania. I don't see any electric trucks. Ah, yeah. Paper disc seems archaic to me. I don't know if they still use it or not. Oh, there's one. Okay, that answers your question. Okay, so do we have any KRONE loads here? Nope. Where do we have one? Um, got one here from Tel Aviv to Tyre or Porto Vecchio to that place. Eldar Agia, welcome to the stream. Matt Walter is here. Welcome, Matt. We go to Tel Aviv or Porto Vecchio? That's a strange run. We go to Sweden. Kind of like this because I want that big forage harvester. What do you think? Hey, welcome to the stream. Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, Ken Maselman, Manny Oy, Yorkita Rusu, Donald William, Vigner is here. Yeah, let's go to Tel Aviv. UA Library, Altisk. So let's just quick travel to Tel Aviv or thereabouts. Hope that's right. It's Tel Aviv. Do the big four. I think you mean forage harvester, not forest harvester. There it is. We'll go up to Tyre in Lebanon. Well, that's a roundabout kind of way. Is there nothing more direct? Alexis Thompson, Mr. Whiskey TV. Oh, I guess we are turning. So we'll have some daylight later. As you can see, I've been here before. I actually did one of these loads delivered to Tel Aviv from Iraq. Oh, it wasn't one of the KRONE loads though. That's right. Ooh. Cameron Goss, Cecil Simulations, Benny, Michael Ketchum, Sparky, Can Tenkisi, Sleeveless, Kurt. But that's it right there. Forage harvester, KRONE Big X 1180. Well, this is not a good place to swing around. And this is another one of those ones with the steering axles on the back of the trailer. You could say that, Taz. A lot of these loads come on these low loaders. So yeah, been doing a lot of loads with low loaders with steering axles on the back lately. The last one with a paper disc I drove was a Mercedes, and that was at my military time, 1986. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Look at the map, see what route we're taking. So really, we can't. You can't drive through. I mean, I don't mind taking the long way around, but that seems odd that we have to drive all the way over here into Jordan and then Syria and then Lebanon. Is that how it is in real life? Anybody know? You just not drive from northern Israel into southern Lebanon? I guess there's this road. Maybe that's a bad idea on this particular route or with this trailer. Could be a secret road there. I don't know. But there is a route here, but I don't know that I'd want to take these back roads with this trailer. So we'll just stick to the route given. Wiz Nation is here. Welcome to the stream, Wiz. Driving distance 431 kilometers. By the way, I'm going to do this same type of thing in American Truck Simulator during tomorrow's live stream. So be sure to tune in for that tomorrow. Kind of neat. Oh, watch out for the guardrail. Well, I'm following behind on chat. Let me catch up on that real quick. That's odd. Usually when stuff like that happens, it's because the two map mods that are not compatible with that is obviously not the reason here. No, I think it has more to do with geopolitics. But I don't know that for a fact. So Elliot says the reason for the route given is because the other roads are small and light and crumble due to the size, width, and weight of the truck and trailer. That makes sense. You filled your info on the responding to somebody else. Let's see, is it only one stream tomorrow? Yes. Looks like those two delivery points would be several hundred miles away from each other in real life. They must have done it for map scale constraints. No, Taz, I believe it has more to do with the geopolitics of the region. They were the size of... I was in this. Okay. All right. Oop. Double tap. Come on. Come on, I'm in it. First gear, low, 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 low. Let's go, 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 go. Whoa. Didn't think that was going to make a difference. Would have put all the weight on the drive axle. Wow. That was weird. But I can see how it would change the balance. Andre Benfer, welcome to the stream. No, I wasn't bottomed out. I just didn't have the oomph to pull that up the hill. What is it, 17 tons? Couldn't be that. Shouldn't be doing it that much. Hold on, I gotta pause. Oh! Startled me. Matthew Roth, reefer hauler for 32 months. Nice. So all you guys talking about paper logs, we had paper log, still have paper logs in the US before ELDs became a requirement. And we still had to keep the paper logs in the truck in case the ELDs failed, which sometimes happened. Let's see. Nightbot's been busy timing somebody out, looks like. Yeah, I had to learn how to use them, but I almost never did use them in real life. Adam said, and this is what I was looking for. In real life, there is no connection between Israel and Lebanon on the seaside, but they go the long way around. Okay, so that reflects reality. The borders are currently open to the north, and freight goes across on a daily, so I doubt its geopolitics. Well, that's currently. Over the years, it's not been the case. Let's see, reverse a little bit. That helped me. Yeah, it didn't help. I tried it, but it didn't help. Let's see, Andre Benfer. Oh, you're using all caps. Turn off that caps lock key. Our Nightbot will get you. Okay, back to the driving. They say it at the beginning of every stream. Turn off that caps lock key or Nightbot will get you. I think my trailer just rolled up on a curb. It swung a little too wide. Okay. But how long has it been like that, Taz? Would be my question. Is that reflected on the map? Route 2, did you say? Right there. So here, Route 2 appears to end right here. Whatever, Haifa. And then there's Route 4, which ends at whatever this is. But the border's here. I would say probably you can get across now. But at the time they made this, maybe not. Yeah. The bottom line is I don't really know because I've never been there and I've not kept up with it. I just know that there's a lot of strife in that area. But I would defer to Adam since he's probably a little bit more, well, probably a lot more familiar with the area than I am. And probably has friends and relatives in the area. I would guess. Seems like this is the way I came the other day. On the other direction. Well, something tells me Taz knows more than he's saying. Just saying. Yeah, they are a challenge. So we're leaving Israel and we're going into Jordan. Okay. Jap size 0585, Corpy TV, Anderson Tanker 2023. Anybody know why that looks like that? I've seen this at a couple of service stations in this part of the map. I mean, my first thought is that there's a texture problem. I guess that's about as close as I'm going to get. So that looks like a texture issue. I see it here. Must be some kind of a plant. You know, a bush or something. Ah. Yeah, there's definitely a border crossing between Israel and Lebanon, but it's not on the coast. That is a big piece of farm equipment. Hey, Thor. Been doing a lot of driving this month, Zor. That's good to see. Oh. In Lebanon and Syria. Out of the way. Yeah, there's some more of that. The famous Lebanonian glow bush, but we're not in Lebanon. Yet. We are about to cross into Lebanon. Must be the Jordanian glow bush. Oops. Oh, that sucks. Oh, jeez. Malik's, welcome to the adventure. I hope I said that right. Startled the heck out of me. Scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, having the flu is no fun. Let's see, John Whitesall, or Trucker John, our top ATS driver for August 2025. Wilbs. Yeah. Welcome to Jordan, or Lebanon. Oh no, Syria. Forgot we have to go through Syria first. Ooh, checkpoint. Why don't you go first? Like driving around real people. That's a pretty good analogy, Thor. Another checkpoint. Never thought about that before, Thor. An eye on every finger. Yeah, there's a lot to watch out for. So before I forget, let me ask you guys in the audience, do you have the KRONE agricultural pack yet? Oh, this is going to be interesting. I can see why they're building a new bridge. It'll be nice when it's done. Really? Ah. Oh, there's another one. I better slow down again. And they are not playing around here. Well, I missed out on the deal. I bought both of them separately. They're $5 each, or $4.99 actually. But there is a bundle where you can get the both of them for the price of one. I missed that somehow. Like, because I didn't look hard enough. But if you've got both games, you can get both of these DLCs for the price of one. $5 US. Oh, the speed limit didn't even change. Well, Adam, I'm guessing that's what I've done without scrutinizing the map. Because I'm on, I'm on 30 now. Looks like we've got Highway 1 up ahead, or Highway 1 and Highway 30 are the same thing. Maybe. Oh, that was a little too fast for that curve. Wow, I'm just barely gonna make it. Again. Like a border crossing up ahead. Robert Jeppo Jepson, Jack Fox Gaming, Patrick Iverson. Leaving Syria. Mr. No Assists, Hot Rod 25, Pablo Tescobars, Rosemary C, David's DC 10, Finn G, Dominic Thornburg, aka Texas Rebel Gamer. That's a whole lot of name right there. Caleb Boo, Question All 707, and Gamer Lady 65. Yay. There's another one of them there tanks. Time to get a little snapshot of that with my load, the picture. Welcome to Lebanon. Yeah, you're right, Thor. Costing me a lot of time to go through all these checkpoints. Whoa. What the heck? Where'd that guy come from? Whoa! That's what you get! Is Willie here? Oh, Willie, I knocked him out the box. Yeah, no, definitely not a place I want to be either. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it all just because. Nicholas, that's a weird tank. I don't see how I can store my diesel in there. Nope. But if you had one of those working, you could seize a lot of diesel. Well, technically, no, because he hit me. Oh. I'm gonna have to clip that. Too bad I'm not recording while streaming, or I could have got that in full resolution. Woo! That's a twisty, turny road. Or as Pugwash likes to say, a wiggly road. Yep, now I got the yawns. Still got an hour and a half of driving ahead of me. Ooh, watch out for that guy. Let's see, what'd I miss? Yeah, Vigner. That van will be in Bonehead Truckers video tomorrow. Or today, it's Four-Wheeler Friday. Whoa! Lost control a little bit. This is crazy driving through here. Well, we got red bed. We're gonna be Yep. We're gonna run out of time. Oops. On our duty clock. Yeah, Nicholas, that's a good point. It's a good thing I don't have to stop and exchange insurance and fill out a report and stuff every time you have an incident. I don't know, Loretta, I didn't even see that. McDonald's. Probably. They're everywhere. Okay. That was my fault. You're absolutely correct, Taz. They do not allow enough time. Okay, I'm at 0 time. I'm gonna start getting tickets now. Right now. Nope, didn't give me one. Oops. This is what happens when you're tired or trying to chase the clock. Oh, but look at that view. You gonna give me a ticket? Nope. Because I'm driving outside the duty clock time. Ooh. That's my turn. There's a 2-hour warning. Yep. Dragging the trailer across the barrier. Got me again. Now there's the there's a different forage harvester there from the other farm pack. There's one. I don't know how I can be getting those if there's no police officer here. Yeah, I was scraping the tail of the trailer. No damage though. Take a look where we are. Wow, it came through all that. We're just a little ways from Israel right there. It's crazy. Well, I got to find a place to sleep, but I'll do that outside of the live stream. Meanwhile, as I said before, I'm going to do this again tomorrow in American Truck Simulator with these same kinds of loads. Let's see how many people got this. Some people got it, some don't. I lost track of where that was. Really, Vigner? You don't have McDonald's in Iceland anymore? Bedrock! You're just in time for the end of the stream. Oh, working and lurking. So Vigner says only KFC and Burger King. Okay. And Wendy's and Dunkin'. You don't have time to sleep? I got to get somewhere first. And I'll just quick travel somewhere after the stream. Yeah, I'm already late. Oh, yeah, there was no time left on the job. I mean, I got the 2-hour warning at the point where I was turning into the place. Okay, Tor. Domino's Pizza, and I think that's all for the U.S. fast food chains. That's enough. Let's see, 3.1 stars for that load. Okay, well, I'll take it. Yeah. Well, at least I wasn't late delivering the load. I was just late on my clock, and I'm getting tickets for that. So, once again, tomorrow, I'm going to do this in American Truck Simulator, and then, oh, I'll have to try for something besides these two loads. So today took the wagon, uh, basically a tipper, and the forage harvester. So tomorrow in American Truck Simulator, I'll have to haul something else. So maybe one of those circular rakes. Thanks, guys. All right, let's wrap it up here. If you haven't left a like already, please do so. It looks like we're a couple of short. And thanks for riding along with me today. And if you want to read more about the oh my god, I can't think, the KRONE Agricultural Pack DLC, there's a link in the description below that takes you to SES's blog post, and from there there's a link to the Steam page for either of them, and you can pick them up. All right, that's going to do it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the credits roll. See you tomorrow.